Welcome in, guys. Just moving a few things out of my way there. Just waiting to see if anyone's going to be in first. Let me check the YouTube side, make sure that's working. Yeah, YouTube is working okay. Everything seems to be perfect. 2 likes so far. So, guys, if you haven't already hit the like, please do. I would appreciate it. It's just a quick thumbs up. That's all you have to do. Hit the old thumbs up button. Doesn't take much. So let's well, I'm waiting for some to see what I'm coming to chat. So what's tonight's chat about? You can ask any questions about gold recovery, e-waste, scrap, any tips you want to give people, any advice you have, anything you've stumbled across. Have you found anything amazing? Dumpster diving, street scrapping, what's your best finds? Any advice from going to the scrap yards, stuff like that. Electronic scrapper, first one in the gap. Welcome in, good to see you. Don't forget to hit the like. Let me get my drink open. Not alcoholic, of course. There we go. Lubricate up a bit. Yeah, so what's everyone been up to? Electronic scrapper, what have you been up to? Mike's Meltdown, welcome in, good to see you. Welcome on board. Let me see, I have the link pinned, I think. I do. JP Scraps, welcome in. I'm at work on a Sunday. And it's Sunday at work. That's terrible. G Watson, welcome in. Since YouTube has started doing all these names differently and stuff like that, you hear like that could have been someone that was in before, and now that YouTube has called them by their handle name instead of their channel name. Is it someone I've already met, or what is it, or is it a new subscriber, or what is it? That's what makes it a bit tougher with the YouTube. After testing multiple times, DDR4 memory is not worth. Well, what do you mean not worth refining, electronic scrapper? This is where I come into not worth refining. Why do you say it's not worth refining? Elaborate on it for us. Let us know more. Why do you say? You're welcome to come up and explain on the panel. Who's that? Andy Brickram, is it Brickeram? Sorry, Andy Brickeram. Welcome in. Is that Andy? The Ducks, as Ian would say, or is that a different Andy? I don't know. Welcome in, Jeanette Pickering. Great to see you. I'm the guy that was asking you about recycling X-ray film a month ago or so. I've hundreds. Oh, okay. So and what did you do in the end? What method did you decide to incinerate them first, or did you soak them in nitric acid? Did you use a bleach method? What method did you go with in the end? Did you just sell them to someone else? It's stupid if you ask me having to check each other's channel that comes in. Having to check each channel as they come in. I'm not sure what you mean by that. You're not Pickering. Is it you mean like because the names have changed, or what? 1 pound of DDR yields an average of 586 in gold. So you're saying that you only got from 1 pound of thing, you've only got like 0.001 of a gram. Is that what you're saying? Something like that? From if you're not sure who it is. Yeah, I know it's a bit with the names now and the way that YouTube has done it. One time you had different names, but now you get used to it again. You get used to people's names again. It's just people had like E. Matthews, his handle is the man in the shed. So if you weren't sure, again, sometimes by the logos and whatever. If they have their own channel, sometimes they have their logos, like yourself, Jeanette. I know you're one, and Everyday Solar's there. Even though it's Solar's Scrapping and Diving that comes up, I know it's Everyday Solar's channel. Having your supper at this time in the evening, 8 o'clock. Whoa, that's a bit late. Who's this in the basement? Give us a wave there. Person in the basement, I need you to wave so I know it's a live picture. No, I'm not getting any waving, so can't bring you up. because I don't know who you are, because I can't see. All I see is a desk, and I see a photo that isn't of anyone moving. So sorry, you ain't going to be coming up if that's the case. Unless I can see actual movement of a person. E-Waste Mike, I can see E-Waste Mike moving, moving his little finger at me, and I see Ian Matthews moving. He's welcome up. Ian, you've got your chipmunk voice on.
What an idiot! Week after week after week.
Right, I can't be here long. I'm taking my son out. Yeah, so electronic scrapper. I see a person in the basement who's moving his head, so I know he's a real person. Welcome in, Shark Scrapper. Another beep in the basement. Again, that person, unless you're moving, you're not coming up. You keep coming in, and I don't see any movement. I don't see anything, so sorry, you won't be coming up. Ian, I'm going to you'd have to restart, baby, or plug your camera, or do something with your camera. Ian is gone. We'll have to wait for him to sort his camera, and then we'll bring him back up. Right, I was going to say to electronic scrapper, I've never got a yield that low from doing it. What method did you use? Did you incinerate the chips? Let me go back here. Hi, Irish. There are no gone bars in the chips. They're only gold plated tabs. Okay, so well again, see, I do mix all my chips together. I don't separate them out. So to be honest, that's something I'll have to look into. Bleeping in the basement. Is Ian back? Ian? Speak, Ian.
I'm back. Is it any better?
Yes. We can hear you now. Oh, hold on. We echo.
I've turned off echo. I've turned that on. Echo cancellation. I don't know. This camera came from Ireland, obviously. Hello, brother Mike. Hello, brother Shark. Hello, brother Iris, and hello, brother William. And hello, everyone in chat.
Hello, Friar Ian.
Hey, do you like the haircut? A little bit off the top, a little bit off the sides.
Well, I'm just I just want to see what say. I haven't done anything yet. Just have the films in 4 big totes. I got about 50 pounds cut up into smaller pieces. Planning to do the bleach method, but thinking of incinerating them. Okay. It'd be interesting to see how that works out for you. Welcome in, Richard. I want to say welcome to a few people that just popped in. Lee, welcome in. Daniel, welcome in. If something is worth it, it's so personal to me. It's worth doing electronic for gold, especially since the gold has gone up loads in last year. Yeah, again, everyone has a different value on what's worth doing and what's not worth it, and how far to break something down. Like, I know Ian Matthews will break it down to the little grass sparrows. So he will. So Ian Matthews will break everything down to the last little inch. Where E-Waste Mike is cherry picks a few bits and then it goes in thing. Shark Scrapper, same sort of thing. He depending on what he's doing his boards and who he's selling them to, he may be able to take some stuff off, he may not be able to. So again, it's all comes down to individuals what they can do. Richard, welcome in. Hi all. Ian, take an hammer to chipmunk. Yeah, Dave, you're right on that one. People saying hi to each other. Nitric acid is too expensive, too hard to get. The bleach method uses way too much bleach at $5 a gallon. Can you only strip a few pounds of film per gallon of bleach? Yeah, that's the problem too. If you have a lot of stuff and you're paying a lot for your chemicals, but silver prices being up over $50 an ounce, then it may you'll have to do the maths and work out if it's worth doing for yourself. I think Shark done it before with keyboards. Didn't you, Shark? You done it before for keyboards?
I haven't gotten the silver yet. No,
but you done a maths calculation or something one time on how many pounds of a mylar you'd need to get an ounce of silver, roughly. I think.
Yeah,
You know?
I did. Let me see if I can find that math again here real quick.
Yeah.
So if Shark's looking at the math, it's Richard Hulbert in chat. I think I saw his name.
Yes.
He mentioned in Shark Scrapper that he's buying cans and also to drink them and to weigh them in, and he's turned to vodka. I can give you a tip here. You can go and buy copper bottles of whiskey, and it's a lot more return than buying aluminium cans. Copper bottles, it's the future. Look out for Deacon.
Welcome in, Miss Canadian Scrapper. Miss Canadian Scrapper is up in Canada where it snows for most of the year. And Ian is still amazed that she can find her stuff when it's buried in the snow. So he is. Ian is amazed at all that.
She must be like a squirrel. She knows where she buries it in summer, so that when it's all white, she knows where to go and uncover the goodies.
Yeah. So guys, if you haven't got Miss Canadian Scrapping, go over, check out her channel. She is like a beast when it comes to scrapping. She picks everything up, everything and anything. Let me see. I think we're caught up now. Extracting man so close to finishing trimming a batch of ram fingers. Anything better to use than what he's saying? Shears. Well, I've seen people use guillotines for chopping paper or whatever, paper guillotines. I've seen people using them for doing it, and it does it very quickly. Merchant Metals, welcome in. Good to see you as well.
I think HH is using one of those Viva metal shears.
Yeah, yes, I think that he is one of them.
I was watching Mike and his contactor stripping.
Look at the smile on his face. Joseph is alive down in the basement. I see movement. That's all right. I couldn't get any movement, so I wasn't going to bring Joseph up until I see movement. So I see movement in the basement. So we have a live person. Joseph, you're muted. By the way, welcome in to William as well. William, thanks for coming in.
Yep.
You too, thank you.
Figure I say hi and all.
10 pounds of film, and my estimate is I have probably 400 to 500 pounds to do. So that's going to be, you're going to have to do work. You're going to have to get like Geek Shark there to do the maths for you.
I'll do the math.
Oh no, Christ! You don't want Ian Matthews doing the maths.
Yeah, it's not worth doing.
I want to see what he's holding up there. That's what I wanted to see. Look at that board. You know that board? Get that board off, Joseph.
This is motherboards from the hubs that we produce, but this is old engineering units. About 200 of these.
Wow.
So.
And is it gold plated where what we physically see, or is there any gold plating hidden under the green solder mask? Do you know?
Well, it's usually copper underneath.
Okay.
I've etched it. I've tried some.
You engineer the boards yourself? Is that what you're saying?
No, I work at a company that makes smart hubs, and
okay.
So this has like 3 Wi-Fi, can support LTE, Bluetooth, Zigbee, all on an edge controller. So I have all these little Wi-Fi cards that I'm also doing, and I've already gone through that batch, ripping off the MLCs, cleaning all this off.
Push that board in a little bit closer to your camera for 1 minute. Can you push that board in a little bit closer? I want to get a look at the. Okay, so it's a shielded chip in the center. I was just wondering, was it a gold corner VGA or what was in the center? Shielded. Okay.
This one.
D-Scraps, welcome. D-Scraps, E-Scraps, welcome in. Paul Frost, welcome in. How many precious things, tubs, Tweenies don't be at precious things? You. Okay, Loafer speaks like it, you need to know what that sentence is meant to mean to everyone. Like a load of stuff words put together, Loafer, and I can't work out what that was meant to mean. The math is 50 ounces of silver. That's right now. It's free course. I got the film for free. The only money I have is whatever way he decides to strip it. So 50 ounces by $50 an ounce is $2,500. If I'm correct, yeah. $2,500 is what silver you should get at the end. So then you have to work out how much chemicals you're going to be using and what your profit would be. Oh, Patrick Williams, welcome in. Patrick Williams, can we please have some scrap prices for Ireland this week? I know you'll be up to date on the scrap prices. Yes, we can go to the scrap yard on Friday? No. Okay. I was just wondering what the prices were like over there with you. Are copper is steady, or is it down or up, or what's happening?
I went last Wednesday. What did I get? £7.16 for bright copper. Taking some new copper tubing, that was over £7 a kilogram.
Okay.
Irons dropped down to £110 for shred. What else did I take in? Singles, £2.40. No, £3.40, something like that. It's worth taking in. I've nothing left stripped to take in at the moment, so.
What do you mean you've nothing left to strip? Is your shed not full of stuff?
I've nothing stripped ready to take in.
Oh, okay.
I'll refrain.
Yeah, because I was just saying, if you take a quick look over your shoulder there, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff there that could be brought to a scrapyard.
Absolutely.
I seen on today's video you got that you were mentioning your lovely haircut as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Look at that. You know, I said a little off the top, little off the sides.
I've heard he now allows copper out of his shed. He trained ants to deliver copper dust to the scrapyard. I've got films to process and save the silver for rainy day, not really trying to sell silver right away. Yeah, again, if you're not stuck for this is always when it comes to precious metals, this is the big thing. If you're in the precious metal game as hobbyists, you're not going to make money now on it, to be honest, because your time, if you're talking about your time and your chemicals and stuff, it's not as a backyard scrapper, it's not about the money now, it's about the money in the future. I think that's the way I look at it, because the gold that I got 3 years ago is now worth nearly twice what it was when I done it, and the gold that I'm doing now, maybe in 3 years' time, might be worth might be double it again. So if you don't have to sell your precious metals and you're doing it as a hobby, then you're not going to ever really lose on gold recovery and silver recovery, because I can never see prices getting back down, especially in gold, back down to what they were 10 years ago. So I think gold recovery, if you can store your gold, you're not in a rush to cash in. It's only one way it's going to go. It's either going to stay as it is now, or it's going to keep rising, and it's going. And silver as well. I still think silver is a bit more volatile at the moment. It can be, well, it's a bit stable at the moment, but it never really took off like gold. It kind of jumped a little, but it didn't do the jumps that gold has done. And I think that will come eventually for silver, because silver is going to get used more and more, especially as we become more electrified in the world and more renewable energy and go down that road. I think silver is going to be more of a, because again, silver is used a lot in industrial work. So as more industries need the silver, you'll see prices come up. That's my take on it anyhow, you know. Watchcall is asking me this. Richard is asking me, do you make your own? No, I don't make my own ferrous sulfate. It's so cheap to buy, I don't bother. It's so cheap to buy.
Ferrous sulfate.
Dave, I never tell anyone on here how much gold I actually have. So again, that's like asking anyone what's in your bank account. You never ask anyone what money they make in their jobs, or you never ask. One of them things we'll never answer. You never ask a woman what her age is.
No, but as it happens, I have a photograph of his shed. So just to show you that there we are. That's this is Iris's shed.
I wish my shed was that tidy, Ian.
Sorry, Big Stack D.
Plagiarism. Welcome in as well.
Yeah, I always get a kick out of those scrappers that come up and they lay all their silver and their gold coins out on the table, and they're telling everybody how much silver and gold they have. And it's just like, what, you might as well just advertise, hey, come rob me,
But again, I don't hold my gold in at home, to be honest with you. I have it in a safety deposit box because, again, that'd be stupid holding it at home because you can't insure it at home because gold is fluctuating all the time. And at least in a safety deposit box, the bank have a proper insurance policy for that sort of thing. So
yeah, for now, unless you want to haul 200 pounds of stuff out of my garage for me, there's not going to be that much.
Yeah, no, but I was going to say, like, that's a bit of advice time. Don't hold all your gold and silver at home, waiting for someone to come and rob it, because how are you going to get it back? Because it depends on what a lot of people you'll have when you insured it would have been less value, and now gold has gone up. And then if you're trying to replace that, unless you're constantly updating your insurance policy correctly and telling them every year I have this amount of gold or this amount of silver. And again, a lot of insurance companies, if you tell them that, they'll say, well, we're advising you not to hold it at your house, put it in a safety deposit box. So,
yeah. I must admit, I'm not really too bothered about theft. Half the time, I don't even know where it is.
Ian, if someone came into your shed, you have the best anti-theft devices in the place. They move one item, you will find them buried under all the pile of scrap. So, there's no escape if they move anything in your shed. Welcome in, to Gin 2000 Dan. So welcome in. Good to see you. There's a man I haven't seen in a long time, Scrapman Dan. Now that we're just seeing the name Dan.
Wow. No.
Scrapman Dan. I haven't seen him in a long time. He used to be one of those guys that was doing a lot on YouTube and kind of just disappeared off the scene. Maybe he'll make a return at some place. Who else?
He had a lot to do with Ali Mack Mechanical, didn't he? Yeah, they were friends with Ali Mack.
Yeah. Do you know what I'd love to do? You remember that? That cartoon with Scrooge McDuck, and he throws all his gold coins up in the air. I'd like to do that. Get enough gold so I could do that. Just throw it up over my head.
That would be quite humorous.
William, what are you working on there, by the way?
I got a bucket of small things.
Oh, we like small things, don't we, Mike?
No.
No. All right, so it's all like little devices you want to break up and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do with them? Are you shredding them, or what are you doing with them?
Basically, I'm prepping material for the e-waste plant that's outside. I'm taking out the transformers. I want to do a better test with the hammer mill, and seeing what's the best way to take them apart. Really, playing with different options, because ultimately I want to get it to the granulator and run it through the air table, and I'm trying to figure out the fastest method to take them all apart.
Okay.
And at the same token, I need space in the garage to get the machine in. So the quickest way to do it is just disassemble.
That's all right. Yeah. Well, look at that's you have to make. That's the good thing about e-waste recovery is you can break these things down into smaller bits and get rid of the plastic and get rid of everything else. There it is. That's Scrooge McDuck. See, I knew someone was going to say it there. Scrooge McDuck, run for his money. I'm just going back through the chat there because I missed a few people coming in. Kevin, welcome in. Patrick Williams is saying prices were up. But did he put the prices in anywhere? Did I miss him putting the prices in? He didn't put prices in.
He did put the prices in euros.
Where are they? I'm trying to find them again now. That's what I was looking for. I went and gone back through the chat to find them. Kevin Surges, you came in at the end of the show last week, so I didn't get a chance to say hello to you before I had And I seen you.
It's 2 after when Lee Anfield Road came in. I said hello to Jill.
Okay, let me go back up there. Let me go back up there to get them prices. Patrick Williams, there we go. Have it. So Beer Bright here is €780, and you were getting how much sterling? 715, was it?
Yeah, 716.
716. Okay, so it's much the same when you do the conversion, not much.
Yeah.
Number 2 was 685 here. Tread is 120 a ton. Now, when we're saying 780, guys, and 680, it's per kg, not per pound. So for those in America, you work per pound on stuff. 120 a ton. What's this? The Recon €750 a ton against February. Okay. Batteries are still 40 cents a kilo, and aluminium 120 a kilo, and brass 450. So prices are still holding well here in Ireland at the moment. So for anyone that's watching in Ireland, prices are well up compared to what they were a couple of months ago. Dictaphone has more boards than some servers. Okay. Yeah. So, anyone else got any questions, or anyone wants to say what's happening or what's the plans? Or I see Shark has all his Christmas trees up by now, I'm sure.
Even my son put his Christmas tree up yesterday.
That's Black Friday for me.
I can't wait for like Christmas Eve and I can put mine up.
And take it down Christmas Day.
No, I'll wait till Boxing Day, I'll be honest.
You know, it's funny. When I was growing up as a kid, the rule in our house was that we didn't decorate the tree until Christmas Eve. And so what would happen then on Christmas Eve is it was mom cooking, we're decorating the tree, we're wrapping presents. I mean, it was just pure bedlam. And I was like, why did we do that to ourselves? On purpose, consciously made it hard like that. And so Kelly and I have taken the position of, no, you know what? We're going to make it last as long as we can.
Yeah, I like the idea. Like when you've got the lighter nights in summer, yeah, put your tree up then. You know, better than rushing when it's darker nights.
Yeah. Just don't put your tree up, leave it up all year round. Just don't switch it on till Christmas. You know, the fake tree.
Well, I have heard of people that use different seasonal decorations throughout the year. So they leave the tree up and then they just change out the decorations for the season.
I can think that tree.
They might put some yellow on it. For St. Patrick's Day, they'll cover it in green. For Independence Day, they'll put the colors of the United States flag. And then for Halloween, something to do with Halloween colors. And then Christmas. There you go.
Yeah. I can see that happening.
Any idea how to incinerate the film? Could I put them to the film in a metal barrel with a small copper pipe coming from it and put a fire under it, making charcoal? Well, whenever I'm doing incineration, it's just, now again, you're doing a lot of stuff there. It's burn it. Whatever way you can incinerate it is the way to do it. But you can do it. The best way would be to pylorize it, isn't it? It's called
pyrolyzation, isn't it?
Is the best method to do that. So that means making a container inside a container so that it heats the outside container, then the air inside heats and burns, and you don't get as much smoke, you don't get as much fumes coming off it. If you can do it that way, that'd be the best way to do it. If you can do it that way, but that involves a little bit more work in making stuff to do it that way. So look that up and see, can you come up with a method? Because I see people do that with their IC chips, and they're doing their IC chips outside, and they do it. Very little smoke comes off them. So it might be a way that could work on that as well. The places around here that never take their Christmas decorations down. I'll not put up my Christmas tree, just Christmas on the train layout, more cheaper. Okay. James P, welcome in. Good to see you. And did someone else come in that I missed? I thought I see. Oh yeah, WTF Mike, welcome in. And if I missed anyone else, and just make a comment again, and I'll say hello to you.
I received a really interesting advertisement from this company that they install permanent outdoor lighting on your house, but they're LEDs and you can control the colors. So you can change your house color seasonally, just like we were talking about for a seasonal tree. You could have your house, red, white, and blue for the 4th of July, and Halloween colors and Christmas colors and Cinco de Mayo colors and pink for Cancer Awareness Week, and you can do all these different colors throughout the year. I just thought that was a very interesting idea, but my experience with LED lights is that they don't last forever. So, what happens when you get a section that burns out?
I think they're a waste of money.
Put up or whatever. But I know Christmas is. Look at Christmas. I'm not a big Christmas person. It's not. It's not something, because I work through Christmas. Usually, I'm working. So it's not like when you were younger, when you be off or whatever. If you're off, if you're not working,
bastard.
If you're not working, it's great to have Christmas. But if you're working, Christmas is just like any other time of year. So it's just the same. We'll have our Christmas day off. We'll have St. Stephen's Day off, and we'll be back to work the next day. So it's only 2 days off and back to work. So Christmas is just another. I don't know.
Go and find yourself a leprechaun. Enjoy yourself.
Christmas is another way to get money out of your pocket. That's all it is. And I'm surprised you fall into it, Ian Matthews.
Hey, I don't spend much. Oh no.
Now that you have a grandchild, there's more money going to have to be spent.
Hey, Ian, I so wish I was there with you at that TV shop when that guy told you, 1,000 pounds. I would have liked to have seen the color drain out of your face.
It's when he told me I could have the soundbar at half price, which was the same price as me. I'm like, no, you're all right. I'm partly deaf and I'm mostly blind. Like.
Well, that's why you needed a good television, Ian. If you're mostly blind, you need one of them big screens.
Oh my God, that's going down a rabbit hole. Looking into the technologies of TV technology.
Look at, just go and look for some telly that someone has dumped somewhere. You'll find one.
It was Ian. I tell you, man. The comment that I left on your video. When we moved here, the movers damaged the big screen TV that we had, so we had to replace it. And I was like, I'm doing all this research. I mean, I could feel your pain in your video because I've been there. And finally, I just said, you know what, Mrs. Sharp, come on, we're just going down to the Best Buy and we're going to see what looks good to us. And it was like, I knew how big I wanted it to be. They're like, we like the way that looks. Yeah. Is it on sale? Okay, great. We bought it.
Oh, James, I'm sure Grandpa Kevin sent you one. But yeah, it's absolute minefield, And the longevity. Can someone say that for me? Longevity.
Longevity.
Yeah, it's obsolescence. It's built in. Like say, like the capacitors. They know a capacitor. It's on and off, on and off and off, and they test it and say that will happen 10,000 times, then it'll fail. So they put it on a TV and say like, that TV is going to fail in 2 years, 3 years, guaranteed. Military grade. Last 50 years. But it's just.
I worked at Samsung 8 years, Ian. So I know that they choose the cheapest part that's going to fail within 1 year after warranty.
Yeah, like I say, you ought to watch the video. I've been a Samsung guy for 20 years.
Yeah.
But lately, apparently, Samsung fail pretty regular.
So I have a 2006 TV. It's taken apart on my table inside. It's down to a Zener diode and a capacitor that's failed, and I got the Zener identified, but it's from 2006, and it takes 250 watts to just turn it on. So it's like the new ones are 40 watts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the new ones will probably die in a year.
Yeah, but you're meant to save so much on your electricity.
I leave it unplugged. I'm one of those monitor everything and unplug everything that doesn't need to have idle power.
I'm the opposite. I just leave stuff plugged in, and I'll be going by, and I say, I really should plug that out. I just keep going by it.
Yeah. So that's what's stopping me from buying a new TV. We don't watch it much. But.
Mike. Oh yeah, it's there's a guy on YouTube. He's called Television Repair Community, and he takes apart TVs and basically saying 80% of his work is now Samsung TVs. Now, the other side of that is Samsung outsell everyone else, so there's always going to be a percentage that's higher failing.
Yeah.
The
big thing coming is Samsung and LG are really worried about these big Chinese companies that are on the way with their televisions. They're saying that like TCL and
I bought one. I bought a TCL.
TCL and Hisense are going to be the market leaders in the next 3 to 4 years, and they're going to be outselling LG and Samsung. Like even I think it's TCL just bought a plant belonging to LG for making screens that LG used to use for making screens. TCL have bought it off them because LG's sales have gone down. They need this extra plant, so TCL have bought it. So look at it. It's like the microwaves. I've seen a video on microwaves, and you have all these thousands of brands, but you've only 3 manufacturers of microwaves in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, Samsung and LG, they get the screens from China, Shenzhen. So.
Yeah. So like, even though you're buying an LG or you're buying a Samsung, chances are it's the same screen in a TCL or in a Hisense, you know. Yeah. So, and it's the same with your microwave. You go up and you pay for the dearest microwave, but it's the same transformer and same magnetron that's in the cheapest one.
Yeah,
it's only the chassis different.
Going off that, how many mackerel canning plants do you think are in the world?
Like mackerel that's in the fish we're on about.
Yes, and there ain't that many. But how many different brands of canned mackerel can you buy?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. There's tons of them.
So they're all coming through one of the 3 factories.
Yes. So if you're buying
we're talking about fish?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you're buying the John West mackerel and you're buying the cheaper Aldi brand, chances are that's the same mackerel coming out of the same factory.
It's just
I thought mackerel was bait.
No, people eat mackerel.
Oh, mackerel's a beautiful fish to eat.
Oh, will you stop? It stinks the house out. It's like you can smell it. If someone cooks a mackerel, you can smell it.
Oh, do that. Look, I take a tin mackerel and I put it in microwave. Salt, and they hate me.
Do you do that at work?
Yes, and they hate me.
You heat
it. Man, we had a rule at work: no fish in the microwave. Was that you would get run out of the building if you nuked a fish in the microwave.
Oh, but you have to say, who the hell is eating canned mackerel? Well, Ian Matthews is.
Is William taking apart a capacitor?
No, a lithium-ion battery.
All right. It looks like when you take apart a big capacitor.
No, while you're taking apart that, okay, right. You're taking apart a lithium-ion battery, and everyone will always tell you, do not take apart a lithium-ion battery because it'll go on fire.
Well, I guess the better question is, why are you taking it apart?
Yes, well, I'm saying, why is it not gone on fire?
He wants to see the pretty green sparks.
Well, why isn't it? Why don't we see flames?
Because it's no charge in it.
Oh, there's
The
a
only
charge in
part
it.
when you're not charging them.
There's a charge in it. It's an ion exchange.
Okay, explain to us people who don't know. You know a lot more like technical stuff like that. So, how is it safe, and when is it not safe, and when is it safe to take apart?
Okay, so what you got going on with a battery? You got this layer here, which is the copper, and then the black stuff on the battery that's enlaced in the copper is where your lithium, nickel, cobalt, and all the rest it contains. Then you have the plastic film that goes between the two that also contains the black mass. And then you have on the opposite side the aluminum that holds more black mass and everything else. When they come together, like I just did now, this is where you'll get the heat created because you have an exchange happening with the ions. And that's when you get the fire. So when someone comes in with let's say a knife or whatever and starts, puncturing it like this here in the battery, you have no controlled environment. So that's basically where your fire starts. And it's usually cased in aluminum, and it's more of a heat-based fire than an actual sparks and flames-based fire. So the heat will melt the plastic. The plastic will create the copper to go on fire, the lithium to go on fire, and so on. And that's where the problem comes in.
Okay.
Most people don't realize that.
Yeah, well, I didn't. So you take apart the batteries like that. So what do you do then when you've taken them apart? What is the process after that?
Normally what I do after this here, I'll take the aluminum, the copper, and all that and throw it in a bucket of water. And I've just been storing it there just in case I do get a fire. The water will create the heat since I want a negative air environment to keep it charged. And what I want to do in time with this here, that I'm stockpiling some of this now, is I want to get the nickel, cobalt, lithium off of the copper, the copper foil. Since there is a process of taking these apart, and I'm just trying to learn the basic methods and understanding of how to go about it, because a lot of the steps that go on with this here, one of the first steps to get it out is shredding, pre-shredding in a water charged environment, and then from that point there, sending it down the line in regards to everything. Like most of the foil is gone. If I take this foil and wash it in water, the black stuff, which contains the nickel, cobalt, and lithium, drops off as well as the aluminum, and that's where the problem. That's where you can recover material out of it. I'm just slowly learning the steps, and what I wind up doing until I put it in water is just leave them separate. Yeah.
And have you ever had them go on fire on you?
Yes, and I've learned just put it in water, wait out the couple of minutes on the thing, and it'll come back. You'll be able to work with it again. Just make sure you have like a 5-gallon bucket. I just did it knowing those are normal batteries. Even if they caught on fire, you could just put it out with your hand or stomp on it.
Okay. Well, again, I don't think I'd be trying.
You get where I'm going.
Yeah, but again, I don't think personally myself I'd be trying that. I think I think it's a bit risky. But hey, look at I just thought it was interesting that you had pulled it apart there.
No, I've seen it. I've got to try it.
No, Jesus, no, Ian.
Yeah.
Get a try it. The biggest advice I'd have is do it underwater and cut the edges. So that way, what you want to do is keep the battery intact. If you're going to do it with a razor knife like I did, and gently unwrap it. You don't want to puncture all the layers together because that's when you're going to have the exchange of everything happening.
And where is the viral YouTube in doing it safely?
Well, most people don't think of it.
And unfortunately, I missed Shirk's safety lesson today.
Well, here's my safety tip. Here's my safety tip to anyone watching this video. I would advise you, do not strip the batteries out. There's my safety tip. If you do and you set fire to yourself, that's your own problem.
Solace saying no.
So, question I would have is, I think you guys know these are gold in here, right? And how do you get that laminate off the gold?
Are you sure it's gold in there?
Is it copper or gold?
Oh, don't say that. I've thrown loads of those away.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
how
don't
would
think
you-
that's gold in there. I think that's just copper. It looks
I
like
thought it
gold.
was copper as well. But if it is gold in there, but I don't think it is, maybe something like acetone might soften up the outer layer, something like that. Maybe just to do an experiment to see what's in there. But I think it's copper that's in there.
Because I put cell phone ones into separate into a separate HCl just to see what happens.
What I
Kicks
could also
over.
say with the battery, if you look what I have in my hand, this little piece right here. Okay, focus in. That piece there is the controller that controls the copper to the lithium to the cobalt and the aluminum. Since you need the copper and the aluminum, the cathode and diode to create the exchange, and this is what creates the exchange when called upon, that generates the electricity from the batteries through the ions. So this is, when you disassemble this, basically you just got sheets until you compress them together.
Yeah. Well, again, James has made, like, this is something I thought as well, James. I thought you couldn't put lithium with water. I thought that was a big no-no, lithium in water. So
it's not straight lithium. What they use in batteries is a lithium salt.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all salts.
That's why it's difficult to recycle them, because it's an alloy. It's a compound. You can't just take the lithium out.
Still
The batteries you could. I've tried.
The best what I saw.
Yeah, the other issue is that once the lithium battery starts on fire, the heat will move into adjacent cells, and they'll just have a runaway cook-off. And about the best that the fire department can do if you have a vehicle lithium battery fire is just try to keep flooding it with water in the hopes of getting it cooled enough that you stop adjacent cells from catching fire. You're not going to put out the cells that are burning, but you might be able to stop adjacent cells from starting to combust if you can get enough water in there to keep the heat away. So
That's why I talk about the water with heat. You're looking, if you reduce the heat, fire needs oxygen, heat, and fuel to burn. If you take one of the components away, you have no fire going on.
Okay.
Well, put it this way, he's doing it in his shed, so therefore he's found a way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. But as I said, he has had issues where it has gone on fire on him. But what he has worked out his way of dealing with it. So as Shark would always say, be prepared for when it does go wrong. Don't be looking for something as it's gone wrong and trying to solve the problem. Be prepared to go, right, if this goes wrong, what am I going to do? So at least be, if you're going to try something that has a risk to it, at least make it a risk that you might be able to deal with later. I want to answer this question. I would only strip lead acid batteries, save the sulfuric, and scrap the lead. What are you saving the sulfuric acid for? Are you using it to make poor man's nitric? Because you were saying there that you have to travel a long way to get nitric acid. So maybe use the sulfuric acid to make poor man's nitric for yourself. And then you don't have to travel as far. That'll be my advice on that one.
Sorry, Joe, you've got to do, haven't you?
I like what James said. Now, on to putting petroleum inside a copper shell.
The best lithium fire, by the way, that I saw was eating at a teppanyaki restaurant, and the guy left his cell phone on the grill when they turned it on. Things started smoking, filled up the restaurant with the smell, ran outside, and big pop after that.
Oh, my God.
But it was great. It's just plumes of white smoke.
I've had them call.
I think Ian has seen the dangers of lithium batteries when he's cut through them and seen that lovely green flame coming out of it, and then you realise, it's trying to get away from this battery as quick as I can.
It's everyone should do it just once.
As Richard said, the problem with batteries is they're unpredictable. That's the problem. Is they're unpredictable. You might strip out 10,000 batteries, not a problem. Then you'd strip out that one battery that'll burn the house down. You know, so it's unpredictable. You see,
I've had a sneaky plan, but up to now it's not worked. I take all my lithium batteries and put them in the local Aldi supermarket battery box, hoping it'll set on fire, and then they'll sell all the goods off for smoke damage. It's not worked yet.
And do you leave your batteries lying around the alcohol shelves? Is that the main place you leave the batteries in there so that you can get the whiskey at a cheaper price if anything happens? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dark. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Even I wouldn't try the batch, but I know Ian is. I know I can see it coming. Ian will be on here next week, and there'll be all like charred marks behind him, of burns and stuff burns behind him. And we'll know it was a lithium battery that went up on fire.
I will be honest. I did try it once. I wanted to see if I could unroll the lithium, and that horrible green fluid, which is it's an horrible thing. You're like, whoa, that's not natural. If you know what I mean. And I left that well alone after that.
I should say my first experience with a lithium-ion battery was when I ran it through the shredder. I thought I had everything out of the machine, or out of the piece I was breaking down. I ran it through the shredder, and when I did that, I saw a little spark. I left it go for a few minutes, not realizing it was like, oh, the blade sparking up against the plastic or screw or something like that. I came back, I had a little fire going, and that's when I realized, okay, and that's when I started to analyze what was going on, and I realized, alrighty, here's how you take it apart. Then I started talking to a friend of mine that works for a company that deals with lithium-ion batteries, and at that point, he starts to explain the recycling process of it. I was like, all right, let me play with it, and then one played to the other, and then now we just take them apart.
I don't think so, Jill. The black powder is not harmless. There's something else I was going to say there. Oh yeah, the PMGs. This is the question I want to. If you're going to be recovering the metals from the catalytic converters, so your platinums or you're going to recover them, be very careful. A couple of drops of platinum in liquid form onto your skin, and you will have liver failure, kidney failure, heart failure within 10 years. So be very careful doing that if you're going to be messing with it.
Hang on. What about platinum rings?
It's in a solid form. I said in liquid form.
Oh, sorry. Apologies.
In liquid form. Platinum gets into your skin, soaks into your bloodstream, and you cannot. It's one of those metals that it can't. Your body can't get rid of it.
You need to ask the Russians. They'll be good at that. Polonium poisoning.
Yeah. It's one of them. So you'll have liver failure and so. And again, it's only a little drop it takes, and it just gets into your skin.
Liver failure.
And it's not like you'll notice it straight away, but in years to come, you'll notice you'll have kidney problems, you'll have heart problems, you'll have other problems. So be very careful if you're doing that platinum,
Yeah, take it to the scrapyard or waiting. Let somebody else do it.
Well, let the big manufacturers deal with that sort of stuff because they have the machinery. They're not handling that liquid. It's all going through. They're using like electrolysis, and they're using different methods to do it. Where you're going to be doing it using acids and liquids, and it's just too. I think it's just too dangerous because it's only a little drop it takes. It's not like you need to spill a container of it on yourself to.
You were talking about like platinum in a suspension. Obviously, the only way you're going to have liquid platinum if it's molten, and if you drop that on you, you'll know anyway.
Yeah, no, but you'll have it in a solution. It's still liquid. It's in a solution. So it's in an acid solution or whatever, and a little drop of that onto your skin, and it soaks into your skin. It gets into your bloodstream, and next to it you have kidney failure and whatever else, down the road.
What caught your attention with the battery?
Say again?
What caught your attention with the battery?
What do you mean, what caught our attention with the battery?
What was that?
What do you mean? Like, we saw you taking something apart, and we were just wondering what it was.
Okay.
We like to know what people are taking apart. So if they're in danger of killing themselves on the stream, I did kind of then just say, okay, we'll focus on this. This will make us go viral. That's why a lot of time I put Ian into a bigger situation because chances are something's going to happen, Ian.
Either that or get your band.
Yeah. Get your band completely.
Street trips.
63 IC chips, like 7 EPROMs, 2 gold them chips, and 6 cards with gold fingers or pins from an old. Okay,
Richard, you'd find more than that on Mike's floor. You know, it's
in the shred pile.
Yeah, he's just on his.
Mike has thrown more than that over his shoulder in a day.
You're probably right.
Hey, if you went up to Mike's old house, I'm sure there's still some stuff on the basement floor belonged to him. Yeah, Sweet Chips is very. He's like a chemist. He's like a guy that is scientifically taught. I think he's that sort of, and he just does it that way, and it's very, you know, it's proper, it's safe, it's he's got all the proper safety equipment, he's got everything. He's not like me chancing it, you know, fucking mix this, it might work. He's definitely got a chemistry background. So yeah. Lee, you don't need to tell us everything you're doing while you're doing it. Just do it. We don't need to know that you're making a thumbnail. So we don't need to know what you're doing. Just listen along if you want to listen along.
So,
hey, Terry, welcome in.
Terry.
Looks like this may be nickel strips underneath all that.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it wasn't going to be. Let me show you. Let me make it bigger. I was thinking I haven't come across any gold ever in mini strips, so I don't even bother taking them off anymore. Well, I cut them and I put them in with wire. So in your scrapyard you get a price for low grade wire on them. I think it is a computer wire.
Yep, that's the thing to do with them.
Tin or nickel. But the way that it's spot welded tells me it might be nickel.
Yeah, I'd say it's nickel that's in there. If it was tin, it'd be worth a bit more. But nickel. And again, I don't know. I don't know anyone yet. I haven't come across anyone recovering tin. I know that Watchcall was on about, Richard was on about, but I haven't come across anyone yet recovering tin in good quantity numbers from boards or anything yet.
I'm getting some grief in chat to you.
I know you're getting it, Ian. I'm scrapping when I walk. With 6 people scrapping.
Hey, Ian, when you were looking at that TV, did you ask them if they had it in black and white so it would be a little cheaper?
So I could reminisce me youth.
And no remote. And no remote to get up and change the channels every time. It would have been people without a remote as well.
I remember even the clickers.
Yeah, the little clicker on the wire. Okay.
Oh, my.
I can remember to this day my dad, saying, "Why would anybody want a color television? I mean, what?"
I remember watching a programming, and I think it was the BBC, and they were commentating on a snooker match, and it was in black and white. And he was trying to tell them where the white ball was compared to the red ball and the black ball. He goes, the white ball is behind the black ball, which is behind the blue ball, which is behind the thing. And sure, all the balls look the same color on a black and white television. You know?
Well, very shades of grey.
The only one is the white one. But how do you know which shade of grey is the green one? You didn't. And he was trying to tell you which is the green one. It's behind the black one, which is behind the pink ball. And you're like, they're all the same grey. You know,
like WTF, Mike, he's got a big bucket of welding tips. I haven't to have a welding tip.
Yeah, who cares if you're partially sighted? Doesn't matter if it's 720 or 4K. It'll make a difference.
Right, so you've got a big tub of welding tips, which boils down to being heavy copper. Currently. £6.80 a kilogram, or £3.40 a pound. There you go, Mike. Heavy copper, weigh them in.
Yeah.
1 tip less.
1 tip left. Welding tips, pure
Right.
copper.
Well, the tips are pure copper. The diffuser is brass. That's what the tip welds into. Well,
yeah.
Jake, hello, Jake.
Back in a second. I just want to get a drink. Back in a second.
All right, now it's time to say things that'll get this channel banned.
Yeah.
Going back to when they were asking in the channel about using the bandsaw, that's how I do separate the bulk of the saw, so I'm not wasting all the HCl and all the other stuff. Then I just work that board pretty clean.
So I got to ask the question: you work there? Do work let you have the waste?
Well, we moved offices, and so just cleaning it all out, they're going to pay a recycling guy to come pick up all this electronics waste. And I said, wait. I want to give this a shot. So they just said, take it.
You could have Shark Scrapper would have come and cleared all that away from you.
Yeah. Well, it was a end of the month thing. It's like, we got to be out. So.
Jake, when am I going to clean all that junk behind me?
Gil, just reading the comments.
Soon next year.
The way to do it, I could show you several different ways to take apart batteries. From using a shredder to doing it manually, like I just did, to a hammer mill. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's probably fine that, William, for people who are doing it in a bigger way. Obviously, to me, even getting a granulator would be a big step, a big thing, and I wouldn't have enough copper coming in to feed it. So what would be the point? It's really life and what you're doing, isn't it?
It all depends, yeah. If you're going into scrapping it full time, you'd need that sort of equipment if you're going to be doing it that way. But sometimes it's quicker just to move it as copper as it is and not granulate it or anything like that and just move it on. What's the main benefit of it sometimes? That's what I look at. But again, I'm only part-time, so again, I wouldn't know them things.
Hey, Irish, you would not believe the stuff that Mike was saying while you were gone. Oh. My God.
Oh, Trump, religion, politics, sexual innuendo. It's shocking. Even I had to put my fingers in my ears and go like that.
The only thing now I wouldn't want anyone to be talking about was maybe anything to do with flat Earth or anything like that. That would be way overboard.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Flat Earth. Right, it's that time of the evening when I ask everyone
time to go to bed.
What have they planned for the week? So, Mike, what's your plan for the week? I have a shred run tomorrow. Tuesday, I have to go clean out a house. Wednesday, I want to do my last shred run because the yard is closed till Thursday to Monday. And maybe that's after that. I don't know. I have to schedule.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's Thanksgiving week, isn't it, up there for you now? So.
Yeah, and I'm dying of hunger. That's why I'm like hanging on stuff because I'm like ready to pass out here. But I'm having my we're having Thanksgiving today because my daughter's going to be in the hospital next week. So.
Okay.
So she'll be in there for Thanksgiving. So we're having it today, and if they don't hurry up, I might be in the hospital. Who knows? I haven't eaten all day. I'm hungry.
Oh, you poor thing! Do you not have your egg sandwich in the morning?
I can tell. I mean, you do look pale and faint.
Gaunt.
It could be you've got a shit web camera like me.
I got the best web camera in the world. Those tricks, look. Now you can see what's down in there, see? Those tricks.
Just tricks. It just loop the loops and rolls over and is dead.
I can throw my camera all over the place and it still works, unlike somebody's.
I've got a new webcam. Okay, it's got sound issues, but you know what I mean?
It's got built-in sound effects, so it has.
Yeah, you got the chipmunk camera. You got the woodland sound camera.
The woodland sound. Right, okay, so Shark Scrapper, what's your plan for the week?
General scrapping, start putting a Gaylord together. I had a couple of pickups this last week, so I got a lot of material that I need to get weighed and organized and get something ready to ship out. But the big thing is that we're going to try out the smoker, and I'm going to smoke a brisket for Thanksgiving. So I'm, there's a time commitment involved in smoking a brisket that I need to plan for.
You could smoke mackerel as well.
I was going to say, is he doing it or is the missus doing it? Because she's the cook in the house, she's the qualified chef. Okay, it's going to be the Shark. Shark is doing it.
Yeah, she's going to be doing all the other stuff, and I'll be doing this. I think that I got nominated so that if it's terrible, it can be my fault.
Well, then you got to eat it.
Yeah.
I knew I seen someone coming in. I didn't say hi to them. Cruiser Mac. I knew I seen someone coming in earlier, and I forgot to say hi to them. It was Cruiser Mac. So welcome in, Cruiser Mac. You're in for a while, I know.
You could throw some copper cable in at the same time.
Yeah.
But if you throw some mackerel on, you won't notice the burnt smell.
Yeah, maybe a lithium battery or two just to keep it going.
A lithium battery or two there. Wouldn't that be a lovely taste on a brisket? Some lithium. Joseph, what's your plan for the week?
Well, bandsaw, I'm going to go through another batch of those. My first batch was needs a lot of these components taken off, so I'm going to use this the next week to start ripping the components off. Maybe use an old toaster oven, knock them all out.
Okay, yeah, get all that parts off them, and then are you going to what solution are you going to use to get the gold off the boards?
Yeah, just depopulate it right now, like heat them up and then start hitting at it and chisel it away.
Yeah, when you go down, are you going to process the gold yourself on the boards, or are you just selling the boards, or what do you do? You're processing it, is it?
Well, my goal is first to go after the gold on the boards, so I'm just going to try to get the boards. I'm putting all the other stuff in a bucket, and there's a lot of pins, all gold pins in there, HDMI and serial cables. And
yeah, so what I'm asking is, what method do you use to get the gold off the board, the gold flashing? Are you using AP or copper chloride, or what are you using?
Yeah. Started with HCl, put the peroxide in to get the copper chloride going.
Yeah.
And then process it all. This is the wash water after I filtered it and added a little dilute to it, and then cooked it off as I talked about last Sunday. So this is now cleaned up, ready to use some more.
Yeah, so you're fresh batch ready to go.
Yeah, so
that was lovely, actually.
Yeah, I filtered it like 3 or 4 times just to get the other metals out.
It was like creme de menthe.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink it about you, Ian.
Then,
might look like it could be drinkable, but I wouldn't. Okay, so that's your plan for the week. William, your plan for the week?
I got about 42 pickups to do, scrap metal wise, junk wise. I want to get to the yard by the end of the week. Got parent teacher conference with the kid, and see what Thanksgiving puts things.
Okay, so you have a busy week ahead of you. A lot of pickups. How many pickups about?
About 42.
Okay, and are they all just small items, or are they quite large pickups, or what are they?
You're talking everything from a washer dryer to a fridge to a computer to a keyboard in a 30-mile radius.
Okay, no, but I mean, there's no office clear out in one of them, or is it just all one or two picks at each one?
1 or 2 things at each one. One of the houses has about 15 yards worth of stuff I got to pick up. So, I mean, I got a 30-yard trailer. I'll downsize it while I'm there and move on.
Okay. Busy week ahead for you. So it is busy week. Ian Matthews, what's yours plan?
Pictures paint 1,000 words.
Oh, here we go.
Solars, I hope you're not watching.
Here we go.
I messed my bench up a little.
What bench? I don't see any bench.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, but on the positive side, it's tiny that way. I can, you know. So I'm not doing any video when I'm sorting that out.
Sorting that out. And my bet is I better keep this for later. Oh, I'll keep this for later. I'll keep this for later.
That's getting less and less. I'll be honest.
Less and less, but not gone.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is hard. I don't know if you understand how hard it is to throw something away that you think might come in useful sometime. But I also realise I've only got 10 years left. So it's easier because I'm thinking, will I use that in the next 10 years? No. No.
And
now, Ian, here's the problem, though. My dad was convinced that he was going to die the year of his 90th birthday, and he made it till he was 95. So what are you going to do if you live 5 years longer than expected?
He'd be able to dance around the shed with the room he'd have made.
Just disappoint a bunch of people.
I'll come on here. I'll come on here more often. Give me on here 90.
Oh Jesus!
Man, you won't still be here, Jack. So I'm sorry, but I mean,
we don't know what's in store. We might all be gone. There mightn't be any of us here.
Oh my God! So yeah, no, I'm not a scrap. I'll be breaking things down. But...
Okay, so breaking stuff down. Well, it's that time of the evening where you have to say goodbye. So again, I appreciate everyone that was in. If you haven't hit the like, please do. My plan for the week, I'm just scrapping stuff out. I don't think there'll be a video because my next video I think it's going to be getting the copper out of the solution, showing how I get the copper out. The last video I showed how to deal with any of the precious metals that are still left in your waste solutions. Now I'll be showing how to get the copper out of the waste solution as well, so you're not throwing away any copper. And then eventually we'll test what's left in the solution when we neutralize it and everything, and we'll send it away for testing, and it will come back, and we'll know what metals hasn't not been dropped out of the solution, hopefully, and we'll be able to get an answer on what's left when you neutralize your solution. So that mightn't be on the next video because it'll take a while for the results to come back after send them away. So, but it will eventually, we'll have an answer for people because people say different things. So once and for all, we'll do a test and we'll know what's in there. So as always, appreciate everyone that was in. Don't forget to hit the like. Appreciate everyone that came up on the panel, and any of the new subscribers, welcome on board. Until next week, guys, stay safe, and as Ralph Morrick would say, wrap you all later. Bye, guys. Oh, bye. Link for Solars. Hold on, I nearly forgot to put the link in for Solars. Oh my God, what an amateur!
Well, at least it won't do me here tonight for Solars.
Noob.
There we go. So link has gone in there, guys. That's the links for Everyday Solars. Head over to Solars. She's about to go with her premiere. So see you all later. Bye.
Look forward to the next video, Irish.